I am here to tell the magic community right now that there need to be more revelations on things I can eat. So I'm looking for mental pasta, I'm looking for mental cabbage, mental burritos, please. Hello and welcome back to another Penguin Magic Top 10. I'm Eric Tate, the host of the Penguin Magic Podcast, and joining me today is our very own gimmick wizard, Seth Race. How you doing, Seth?
Not too bad. How are you?
Doing great. So we're going to talk today about cookie magic, which is, I didn't realize we could do a top 10 about magic that was performed just with cookies.
Yeah, so it's not entirely Oreos, but you know, it does seem like it's the favorite amongst magicians.
I mean, yeah, Oreos are sort of an iconic snack. I mean, I remember having them a lot as a kid. I recently housed an entire sleeve of them because I was having a bad day. So I totally get it. Do you do a lot of cookie magic?
Yeah, like I like to perform cookie magic for friends and like my wife, my nieces. Basically, just like when I'm casually.
It's just like a nice casual trick.
Yeah. Anytime I buy a pack of Oreos, I'll try to like slip, remove that middle section and slip all the gimmicks in there. So. Like I can just take some.
You're not worried about your daughter eating your gimmicked Oreos?
No, they're too high up.
Okay. Oh, they're too high up.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's dive straight into it. Give me number 10.
Number 10 would probably have to be, there's a foam jumbo Oreo.
Oh, like an oversized, like massive, that I'm sure is made of like Goshman foam.
Yeah,
so you can, like, crush
I think
it around
Goshman's
it.
actually who makes it.
Oh, so Goshman actually makes this.
I think so. I believe so.
Probably.
It's on Penguin.
You know what? I think I've actually seen one of these giant foam Oreos.
So it's bigger than a jumbo coin.
Yeah.
But like I think it's about like that big.
I think foam production items are always really interesting because it's one of those that like you just never expect it coming. Like I know that it's not like the most magical thing. Like making an Oreo the size of a hubcap appear would be super magical. But like it doesn't matter if it's like how jaded the lay audience is. As soon as they see like a giant foam prop appear, it's like guaranteed laughs. Let's move on. Hit me with number 9.
So number 9 is something that one of my friends showed me back at Blackpool earlier this year. So it's
Blackpool's where you go to find the latest magic.
Yeah,
so I understand. If you want to find the latest cookie magic, check out the Blackpool Magic Convention.
So there was something released by the Hanson Chien's production company.
Oh yeah.
It was called Mental Cookies.
Oh, I'm not familiar with mental cookies.
So with mental cookies, there's the little Oreo logo on the center of every cookie. Well, with mental cookies, you can reveal a playing card. So
are they actual cookies too?
I think it's just like a gimmick that goes over the cookie, but it looks like really well.
Good. That would be really shocking to me if someone was just like, think of a playing card, and then they were like, look at this cookie, and it was there.
Yeah. It'd almost be like a psychological thing too, because it'd be like focus on the Oreo, and then like it, focus on your card, and then like it almost changes.
You could even do like sort of like the Darren Brown force, and then like the mental forces, and then like you know how I actually got you to think that is this cookie, right?
Yeah.
No, that's really cool. I love the idea of sort of predictions or revelations on sort of non-standard objects. Like a pen is a really like a pen or a marker is a really obvious place to go for that. But I would, if my thought of card appeared on a cookie, I would freak out. I like.
And then you can eat that cookie.
Especially if I am here to tell the magic community right now that there need to be more revelations on things I can eat. So I'm looking for mental pasta. I'm looking for mental cabbage. Mental burritos, please. Excellent. So that's a pretty solid number 9. Let's move up to number 8.
Number 8 would have to be there's a thing in Harlan's Premium Blend number 4.
Oh, getting back to some old Harlan stuff.
So it's a refilling Oreo cream, but there's a story to it.
Okay.
And the story revolves around the moon, and so like there's you'll have like a full moon, new moon, and refilling the cream kind of goes with that. So
yeah. I mean it's I know of a couple of other refilling cream with Oreo cookie tricks, and I'm interested to see if they make it into this top 10 list. But definitely, like Dan has a really great way. Dan Harlan has a really great way of weaving together stories that make you super interested in what's going on.
For sure.
Even if it's like the dumbest story you've ever heard, like Dan makes it so compelling that you want to know how it ends up, and it really does punctuate the magic really well.
For sure.
So yeah, so I know of the premium blend stuff, but of course I don't know every trick in Dan Harlan's premium blend, but I know that they're really worth everyone's attention. That's fantastic. Give me number 7.
I would have to say that number 7 would be a Russian roulette routine called Cookie Cutter by Dan Sperry.
The Dan Sperry cookie cutter routine. This is great. Tell everyone watching at home.
So with Cookie Cutter, you would have like 4 Oreos in front of you, and you would open one of them up, and you could put a razor blade. It doesn't have to be a razor blade.
I've seen people do it with like bugs and things like that.
Yeah, you could do it with bugs, something gross that, you wouldn't want to eat. You could do, raisins, like who wants to eat Oreos and raisins?
No, only a monster wants Oreos and raisins.
So there's just, it doesn't have to be razor blades, but it, like I said, it's a Russian roulette routine where, something goes in the cookie and then you turn around and your spectator mixes the cookies up.
Yeah.
And then when you turn back around, like the Cookie Monster, you just like mash down on 3 cookies until there's one left, and that cookie is the...
Yeah, I've seen this one where like the last cookie remaining is the razor blade, and like Dan Sperry's routines are always like really inventive and really interesting. I'm kind of surprised to see this one so low on the list because it is a really effective routine.
It is, but if it's done with a razor blade, it can be kind of scary.
100%. It could be very scary. Let us know down in the comments if you think that this one should have been higher, like I think it should have been. But that's totally up to you. Obviously Seth is coming up with his own list. Let us know in the comments if you've got some cookie magic that you think that we've missed. But let's keep moving on to number 6.
Number 6 would have to be something that came out recently. MOREO by Danny WEISER.
Okay, I'm actually not familiar with MOREO. I know Danny WEISER, but I don't know the MOREO trick. What is it?
So if I can, I would like to perform it and maybe also perform my number 5 as well.
Let's do number 6 and number 5. But yeah, I'd love to see MOREO. I've never seen it before.
So with MOREO, you would take a Oreo cookie.
Okay.
You show it on both sides, and then by rubbing it, you can stretch it.
Oh, excellent. Like I've seen like there's some cards and some coins that have the same effect, but it splits, which is cool.
Yeah, and then it splits into 2 cookies, which is also kind of visual.
Okay.
But then, like I said, if I go into my number 5.
Yes, yeah, go ahead for number 5.
So number 5 would be a Cookie Bite.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Is that the Cookie Bite gimmick?
Yeah, this is the Cookie Bite gimmick right here. Looks...
That does look really good.
It looks exactly like an Oreo.
Yeah.
But with Cookie Bite, it's just like your normal quarter bite. You can take a bite out of it and spit it back on.
That looks really nice. It seems to be extremely well made. How is replacing the band on that?
It's fairly simple. It's just like replacing the band on like a quarter bite or a coin bite.
Okay, so it's not like an internal band system that you've got to like totally break it apart. It's one of the easier to replace bands.
Yeah.
I really like that. I understand the advantage of the internal band systems, but being able to replace it like on the fly is great. I really like that you can combine MOREO with the Cookie Bite.
Yeah.
Because it seems like MOREO was originally created to be used with a standard Oreo, but not necessarily the Cookie Bite, but it's really great that you could combine it with that.
Yeah, because then you could create a cookie routine.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, like it's great to do like a one-off visual piece of magic, but if you can string together 2 or 3, make a small routine out of it, it makes it that much more magical for the people that are watching.
Absolutely. If you're at home and you're watching this and thinking about starting your own cookie routine, be sure to hit that thumbs up button because I'm starting to get some ideas about some. I really like how number 6 and number 5 go together really well. It's almost like 6.5 or 5.5 or something like that. But we're into the home stretch now. Give me number 4.
Number 4 actually goes right with number 5.
Okay.
Because it's another Cookie Bite. It's called Cookie Bite Plus. This one was by Eric Ross.
Okay.
Cookie Bite Plus is by Mon Yap and Taiwan Ben.
What's the difference there?
The difference there, I'm not going to perform it, but the difference there is you would take an Oreo, you would open it up, you would eat the cream, and then with the other cookie, you would bite it and spit it back on.
Okay.
And then you could proceed to eat the rest of the cookie.
But okay.
That one is just performed.
It seems like it's more of a full routine and also a thinner gimmick because you're just biting the cookie part rather than the cream in the middle.
Yeah.
Which is probably makes for a slightly more deceptive. Not that Eric's is not deceptive.
Right. It's a different performance style almost. Like I find that this one works better for me when I'm trying to string together a routine.
Yeah, because it looks like you can combine it with other gimmicks more readily than this other particular one.
Yeah, because it's that one is on a cookie.
But I understand why you're putting it at number 4 when you start to think about the product that you're getting as a more completed routine rather than just a utility gimmick.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, for some people at home who might want a more completed routine, I think that's definitely a way to go. But we're into the home stretch now. Hit me with number 3.
Number 3 would be, I think it's called Kung Food by Bizzaro.
Oh, anything by Bizzaro is I'm sold. You don't have to. Which one is Kung Food?
Kung Food is it's like your karate coin routine, but with an Oreo.
That's fantastic.
So you know you toss it in the air or you know hold it out at your hand and.
I love karate coin style routines. I know that we have one. We have Karate Cap with Roddy McGee.
Yep.
I've done karate coin for years. Sometimes when I'm out with friends and they want to see some magic, and heaven forbid I don't have anything, I do karate coin with a sugar packet, which is great because you get the sugar flying everywhere. But yeah, doing it with an Oreo, and I'm sure you get a gimmick that is made by Bizzaro, who's one of the best makers in the business.
For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then I would have to say my number 2.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, normally I have to do the segues, but I'm really thrilled for you to do the segue. Go ahead.
So my number 2 I'm really excited about because it's another Dan trick, and it's also from Premium Blend.
Yep.
Number 4. This one is so it's a card inside of a fortune cookie.
Okay. So we're getting way away from Oreos here, which is awesome.
Yeah, this one is not an Oreo trick. Like I said, they're not all Oreo tricks.
Yeah. But now we got like a card to impossible location.
Yeah.
And that impossible location is a fortune cookie.
Yeah, it's a fortune cookie.
That's fantastic.
So you know the spectator opens the cookie.
I was just about to ask you, is it like, do you crush it and like drop the card, or is it no? If the spectator's opening it.
And then, while the spectator's opening their card, when they're finished, you restore the cookie. It's like a broken and restored cookie.
For those of you at home wondering, we all worship at the altar of Dan Harlan and wish we could eat his hands to gain their power. That's a great idea for a routine, especially the idea of the spectator opening their fortune cookie and finding a card is just crazy powerful because a cookie it's such a fragile object that like it's not like, you know, bill in lemon or card in lemon or card in orange or what have you is a really great effect, but it's also sort of a sturdy item, whereas like a cookie, like there's no way you could get that card in there.
You'd be able to tell if it was broken or something.
I understand wholeheartedly why this is at number 2, and I wasn't aware that this trick existed, so I'm definitely going to have to check out Dan Harlan's Premium Blend.
It is still on Penguin, so.
Oh, for now. I mean, see, it
but don't buy them all. You know, people at home will want to buy some.
No, I'm going to buy all of the premium blends and keep them to myself. But that leads us to number 1. Seth, what is your number 1 cookie?
So my number 1 cookie trick, if I could perform this one as well.
Yep, absolutely.
So my number 1 favorite cookie trick is another visual piece of cookie magic.
Is this a Bizzaro piece of
It
cookie
is
magic?
a Bizzaro piece.
I think this is one of my favorite Bizzaro pieces just because it's so weird.
So you have a Oreo.
Yeah.
And then when you wave, you know, they don't put enough cream in these cookies. So if you just wave with a little bit of magic and imagination, you can get the cookie to get a lot more cream.
That is so, it looks amazing.
It tastes amazing too.
I hope we got a good close up on that because this is, can I actually handle this prop?
Yeah.
This is,
top and bottom.
yeah. So I can't give away the secret to this because it's Bizzaro's to give away, but I can tell you that handling this gimmick, it is extremely well made, just like all of Bizzaro's stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But there's some details on that really make it look super good that only Bizzaro would have thought of. This is Overstuft.
Yeah, this is Overstuft by Bizzaro.
Overstuft by Bizzaro, a fantastic trick.
And then you can also like
oh, you can like suck the cream.
suck the cream up.
It looks really good.
You can dip it.
Oh man, it's I've seen Overstuff performed by people, but I've never been this close to the gimmick, and it really does look awesome. Well, Seth, thanks so much for joining us for your top 10 cookie magic. That's fantastic, and
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
it is. I boo to you, sir, for doing that. Thanks for bringing cookies in for everybody on the crew. And if you have any cookie magic that we missed, or you think that Seth got anything out of order, or there's any other top 10 lists that you want to see, let us know in the comments below. And of course, be sure to subscribe so that you can find out more Penguin Top 10s. On behalf of myself and the rest of the Penguin Magic team, we'll see you next time.